you can, but I don't know. Your words can't shake my bones, though I'm stronger than you know. Your fire can't melt my soul, no, no.
Do a little chatting.
Yep.
Piss a few people off. A lot more than a few, probably. Everyone.
We're going to piss a lot of people off, but I think we're going to also make a lot of people happy because we're going to say what they
everybody's
want to
thinking,
say,
I
what they're
feel.
thinking. We're going to say the quiet part out loud.
If you don't find something to relate to, like, get out of here.
Get out.
Look right in the eyes. Get out.
Out.
I'm just kidding.
Bye.
In the shadows, I found my light. In the chaos, I found my fight.
Hey guys, we're excited to announce that we're partnering up with Tasty Gains. They have pre-workout and creatine gummies, which makes it super convenient to get it in a tasty, easy dose. So they are going to be coming out with a woman's line. So stay tuned for that and check them out at tastygains.com.
Hello, and welcome back to the Unfiltered and Unfazed podcast. I'm your host, Tessa.
I'm Heather.
Yeah, and so today is kind of like a Mod Podge of things.
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge, I like that word. It does feel nice saying it. Like, for some reason, Mod Podge.
What's the stuff?
It's called Mod Podge.
Is it? How do you know what I'm going to say?
Because
What
you're
the
talking about the
fuck?
stuff like to go
that
on
you
top
make
of.
out of crafts.
Yeah, it's called Mod Podge. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, it really is.
Okay.
Swear. It's like white and orange label.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just knew that that's what you're gonna ask.
I don't understand how you knew that.
Well,
We're synced. We're synced.
We're synced.
We finally achieved sync.
Literally synced.
Yeah, like our cycles are synced. We'll discuss that
cycles
as
are
well.
synced. We can read each other's minds.
Oh my God,
Like,
that
it's
was
gotten to that
crazy.
point. No, actually, like when you text me earlier and you were like, I want to talk about this, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm on my period right now too. Like,
That's so crazy. So
like,
crazy.
Like,
That's why
super
men are scared
unplanned.
when women start syncing up because it's like,
Yeah.
especially if you have daughters and the mom,
Yeah,
like
and then
everybody in the
everybody's
house
like,
is
no,
synced
but
up.
it's actually also atrocious. Like, just like
So awful.
like when I tell you I've had the energy to like get out of bed.
Yeah.
That's really it. Like, I was falling asleep during my hair appointment.
Like we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it.
Yes.
But really quick, we want to recap of our last episode,
Yeah.
which was all about, I guess you could say the dark side. I don't think there is a bright side, but the real side, the
real
reality
side
of OnlyFans.
OF. And it's like, it's just the information that I was presented with, like with actually like getting the numbers and like realizing that it's really all just like a big facade. Like it's all just a big facade. Like, and it's like under the guise of like women empowerment. But if you're empowering women, then why is the average amount that people are making $128 a month?
And
Why
what you're
is that?
doing is so not worth even
No.
like millions of dollars that it's even worse when you're hardly making a buck to do this.
Right.
But funny you say that. Speaking of the moral compass argument here that another OF creator is arguing is, let me read it. It's Sophie Rain. I know I hate giving their names because y'all are going to go look it up and then it gives them attention. But she's saying, I hope one day she realizes the trauma she's causing herself and so many women. And then it says, Sophie Rain says, Bonnie Blue is ruining OnlyFans for everyone. It's no longer about women empowerment. And that's from TMZ. Right. Okay. So now we have OnlyFans creators.
Right. It's like no longer
arguing
about women empowerment.
Who's more moral than the other,
right? And
what the fuck?
That the other girl, the one that's saying like it's ruining, like it was for women empowerment. I was like, okay, baby girl, then why'd you have a child in your in your house?
And by the way, that girl that's saying that is part of the Bop House, and she has underage children there.
Yeah,
and yes, children.
Yeah.
They're getting groomed and ready to go so that when they turn 18, they can start creating. They're probably already creating.
No,
Let's be fucking real, dude.
They probably are already creating because there's more of a market for that because
Now,
17 is more wrong than 18.
Right. This girl, I'm not going to lie, looking at her, like, she looks, I could maybe even see her looking at like 16. Like, she looks young. And
oh yeah, that's like kind of her whole thing is because she looks so young. I think she's like 20.
God.
Yeah, but the second she turned 18, she became the number one.
I can tell you right now, I have a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend is 20.
Right.
And I mean, they're great kids. I'm very lucky. So they're great. Mm-hmm. They're more mature than most. But most people that age are not like when or you're younger than me. You're about 10 years younger than me. But most people like my age, when we were like 19, 20, I mean, a lot of my friends have kids that are older. Like, not that we should be having kids at 19, 20, but even back in the 50s, you did. You started your family. You had, the man had a career already. But with that being said, now 19, 20, even 21, even up to 25, it's like you ain't ready for the real world yet. No. So jumping into
your frontal lobe's
like,
not even fully developed,
and they're like, I think they're delayed. Like, something's
going on. Well, the thing is, like, women empowerment, that's not selling. Like I understand how conceptually they got from women empowerment. Oh, well, I might as well be making money off of it. I understand that.
That was one of the comments on TikTok.
Right. It's like, I might as well be making money off of it. And I totally understand that, right? But women empowerment isn't capitalism.
Right.
So when you take women and you are profiting off their bodies, you're just feeding into the patriarchy of the machine of capitalism. That is kind of what's ruining America. I mean, look at companies like Walmart, Amazon, all these places. Like what was it? I watched this thing about Walmart where it was like, well, maybe I actually don't know if I can say, like, I watched this thing about Walmart, and then, so hypothetically, let's say if I had watched something about Walmart, one of the facts that came up about it was like, there was this area that Walmart moved into, and there were like 300 300 small businesses that were absolutely thriving. Within 1 year, 83 of those businesses had to shut down. Yeah. So do you see, like, oh, sure, we can call it Walmart empowering, but what it actually is tearing down the smaller people while you're lifting yourself up. That's not women empowerment.
Right. So then the women that are busting their ass working hard to like make a living, they're like, fuck, man, I should just go sell my ass because I'm working 40 hours, probably not even, I'm talking like 80 hours a week, trying to, make money. And don't get me wrong, I also believe in the stay-at-home mom aspect, but not everybody can do that. If you don't have a husband that can do that, or you're single, then go for it. I think you should. I worked and supported my kids myself. I'm not saying that, but
it's hard, but it's possible.
Hard. It is hard.
And the other thing is, like, when it comes to things like OF, like they're lying to you. They're lying. Yeah. They do not. You're not making that money off OnlyFans. You're making that money off of quite literally sugar daddies. That is not OnlyFans. You're making money off of actually having sex for money, actually going offline.
Or like I said,
which isn't empowering. It's scary.
Like a niche, like a gimmick, like these girls doing that. I'm going to do 500, I'm going to do 600
in a day.
So the other one that I found was that they all have accents too. It's odd.
Well, which is like, what
does that mean? Or is that a thing too?
Actually, just keep it in the UK then. Just keep it over there. Just go do that over there. Like, go ruin your own country. Stop coming to America.
The girl that, what'd she say? She said, OnlyFans star Annie Knight, my money doesn't matter. Oh, that's the other thing. They're always saying how it's not for the money and the money doesn't matter, but yet they're raking in 50,000 a month.
Sell all your houses, sell all your properties,
sell
all your income.
I have an idea. Everybody, drop it in the comments. Put a foundation that you want all the OnlyFans creators that
don't care
say
about
they don't care about money, that they can donate to that foundation, and then we'll get them all to take all their money and donate it to that, or help girls that are being trafficked get out of the sex trafficking.
Exactly.
And
that's women empowerment.
That's empowerment, you guys. That's a great idea.
That's infiltrating.
We're going to post that, and we're going to say all these OnlyFans. I'm going to tag Annie Knight and all these other girls. I'm going to tag them all. And say, hey, you guys said it's not about money and you don't even want the money. So let's go ahead and donate it to end children trafficking or girls that are being trafficked for sex. How about that?
Unless
all of it,
you're trying to get girls to do that too.
Right, exactly.
Unless you're part of the trafficking problem.
But she says she wants to smash her viral 583-man marathon again, even if it means doing it for free. It's not for free. Your
not for
soul
free.
is being
you're
sold.
costing a lot.
But
it's costing you a lot.
Right. But B, you're going to gain subscribers. So
right. And gain clout and gain attention.
So you're still making money.
So it's not for free. No matter what, it's not for free. And that's the part about like I will never hate a hoe. I'll never hate on a hoe. I'm never going to hate on a slut. I'm never going to hate on somebody that just really likes to have sex and has consensual sex with people.
I definitely
like
do.
I won't. As long as it's consensual, as long as it's like not doing anything, like whatever. If that's what you love to do and you are out there and you're doing that.
Right. I mean, do
great,
you, but
great.
I'm not going to agree with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when you start doing it for money, it changes everything. It changes the way that you're received. It changes the way that you're perceived. It changes the way that you act. It changes like your entire mindset around sex, which is something that was created
the empowerment
to be intimate. Yeah.
Well, that's
not empowerment.
One of the TikTok comments was, well, they just found a way. I'm like, you literally proved our point,
right?
To like capitalize and make that bag off of like, well, if it's going to be out there, I may as well. Right. And I'm like, you literally, I love this comment. I think I replied to it like, this comment is beautiful because you are proving our point. I was like, so just sit this one out because
it's all just for money. It's not for
you're helping us. You're not hurting us by that comment.
100%. And I just think that like it just breaks my heart that like all these like false things are being shared on the internet and making all these girls think that they can do A, B, C, D, F, G. You can't. It like unless you already have a substantial following, you're not gonna make any money.
Yeah.
Like it's not it, but now you're a freaking high school geography teacher, a senior butthole.
Right.
So that's like the one subscriber you have, and now it's weird, and now you're getting stalked, and now you're getting harassed, and now you're getting shamed, and there's like a huge stigma to it. And like like I understand that like, oh well, if you guys weren't like talking shit about these girls, there wouldn't. No, I'm not talking shit about the girls.
I clipped in where she's like, part of the problem isn't just their parents, it's the women that say you shouldn't hate on sex workers, you shouldn't expose the vile, disgusting part of this industry and the truth behind it.
Part of the industry.
She's like, you're the problem. Especially like, other women, men, whatever. Like they're going to say that because they want to not feel as bad for doing it and watching it and subscribing to it. But when women start saying it and think that they're being feminists and they're being empowering
and supportive because of a lie that you were told,
feminists, which is like we said, that's why we're anti-feminists,
right? Like
because we do believe in women empowerment. But
like
those feminists have taken us back 100 years.
Right. Like I care about your heart. I care about your soul. I care about your well-being. I want to empower you to be the best person that you can be. And I know that that's not a plaything for men. Yeah. That's not a plaything. It's not, you're not a toy. You're not a purchasable thing. And when you do that to yourself and you put that in your head that you're a purchasable thing, like it's going to fuck you up mentally. Like it is, because you're a person and you matter. You're not an animal. You're not someone that can do a petting zoo. You're not any of that crazy
But they obviously
shit.
don't think they do. And that's where the problem is too, is that you start to dig deep and you start to look at things and there's trauma, there's problems there. Like it all comes out.
Yeah.
And so the other thing that I found, so we had all these updates. That's why we're recapping on this.
Yeah. Because like what the heck, like last week
it was
and
like,
then,
an explosion.
This week, like, everything
so
happened.
It was meant
like,
to be.
Whoa.
But the BB, we're going to call her, says that she was taken to the hospital for her 2,000 men. This is all allegedly, because obviously we don't subscribe. We don't look into the actual, fact checked us. And then we'll know that you're subscribing to OnlyFans. Haha.
100%. Everything I know is against my against my
like,
choice.
I didn't want to see this again. Like World Star runs the world, which I actually hate them. But so she allegedly she was taken to the hospital, high heart rate, her eyes turned bloodshot, she passed out, and allegedly, I have to keep saying that, the hospital claims that they can't find anything medically wrong with her, and people there and witnesses stated that she seemed demon possessed. I believe it.
I do too.
I believe it.
I do too. And it's because it's just a thing. Sex is vulnerable. When you have an orgasm, it is literally.
Hold on, Tessa, I'm stopping you right there. That bit, none of those people are having. It's all fake.
Well, no. I just mean in terms of being the closest
actually,
to yes, actual what it is.
Yeah.
So when you do that, you're the closest to the thinning of the veil that you can possibly be.
Right.
Because it's what is it, the closest to death that you are without
euphoric and
a euphoric like that. So when you do that with one person, it affects you.
Yeah.
When you do that with like you're accepting that person into you. When you do that with 2,000 people, you're accepting anything that they're giving you.
And if what I think is happening is they're accepting what she's giving. Because I posted something and I was like, she works for the devil, and someone like ha-ha'd it, and I was like, I don't understand A, what's funny, and B, I'm being dead serious.
No, being dead serious.
Like, I picture, like I told you, I picture Al Pacino from Devil's Advocate, like sitting there, like leaning back in a chair in a black suit, and who's standing right here? It's fucking Bonnie Blue. Yeah. Like, I see her standing next to the devil. Yeah. Like, who are we going to get next? And then when she does that, why do you think she keeps increasing the number? So that she could put her demonic fucking shit into these men. Well, and I believe now that wholeheartedly.
1,000 men
and
that
weaken
go
all the men in society so that 100%. They can take over. 100%. The devil is taking over.
100%. And the thing about it is, it's like there's 1,000 men. And if all of those men go sleep with 2 people.
Right.
That's 2,000 extra people that are affected. Yeah. And then if any of those people sleep with anyone, like, it's just like this huge
No, I think it's real. And it's I believe it.
I think that like your soul is involved. And if you sit here and tell me that your soul isn't involved, like, you're lying. You're lying.
Do you remember our 100%, but do you remember our MK Ultra episode, our conspiracy episode? You said that they did a test on giving men what was it, LSD?
Yeah.
Mind altering drugs.
Correct.
And that it showed that even the men that weren't given the drugs after sex confessed their secrets or confessed their like deepest, darkest thoughts. So then that has to tell you that something's happening there. Something's opening up there.
Exactly. So, like I said, the vulnerability. Like, so after,
so it's not just her getting all the men's energy.
When they get
I think she's giving it out.
Yeah.
And that's why her eyes were bloodshot. Like, I think that she was like sucked dry, literally and figuratively, of all the evil that she was trying to put out there.
Yeah.
And was like, wait, hold on, I need to go like hang out with the devil and get like
recharged. Yeah. Recharged from
I need to get fucking charged. 100%.
That's like such a funny sentence. Recharged from the devil is like the craziest sentence. Like
you know, that's a shirt. And I feel like it should say like recharged from the devil with like a big OnlyFans thing on it that like has an X through it. Like, you're being recharged from the devil.
No, actually, because if you like think about the, and obviously like at this point in our podcast, like, guys, if you don't understand that we clearly obviously believe in God and we believe in spirituality and we believe in like the Bible,
which we're not ashamed to admit. We don't care if that makes people go away or we lose
actually, as a matter
viewers,
of fact, like,
listeners.
I would prefer if you did.
Yeah.
Like, listen, and if you're like, I hate these guys, okay, maybe look within.
Yeah.
Because maybe that's
go watch Bonnie Blue. No, that's fine. Like, you totally can. We're totally okay with that.
Yeah, just whatever you want to do. That's crazy. But it's just like, also like, it's just, I've seen so many young, beautiful, intelligent, very like have so much potential women fall into this line of work, call it that, and it destroys them. It destroys their self-image. It destroys their relationships with people around them. Like I said, I have a friend that like does this kind of stuff, and I love her dearly with my heart. I wish she wouldn't.
Yeah.
But my other friends have said, oh, please don't invite her because I don't want her around because, and it makes me feel like shit because she's not a bad person.
She's not a bad person. We're not even saying these people are bad people. I think Bonnie Blue. I think there's certain ones that are. I think they're actually bad, evil people. I think
there are like people that are trying
to bait people. And then I
think
there's the young girls that got, like she's the ringleader. Like those are the people that are like, I need to get these other people and like recruit them and bring them into this evilness. That is the difference, where these young girls are just confused and lost and think that it's a big way to make money, get famous, do whatever. Like you said, I remember you mentioning that girl that was in the video that I clipped recently where I said that she wanted to take all her innocence, and you said that she had come out and expressed how traumatized she was. And
she had to go to therapy over it. Like, she's been in therapy over it ever since it happened. And
Bonnie Blue's just like, that's awesome. I love it.
She didn't even participate. Allegedly, I don't know, this is just what was said, is that the only thing that girl actually did in the video is like brush her hair. That's it. Like, brushed Bonnie's hair.
Well, that's even more disgusting.
While all this stuff is happening. And she said just to see that happening to another person, that is what caused her to be in therapy. And I'm like, if someone who does this for a living someone who creates content all day long, does this kind of stuff, like makes videos, does all this, for someone that's exposed to it to be so traumatized, like that has to say something.
Well, like I said, we talked about the physical aspect, and I have proof of that. Like they're coming out and saying it, but they're saying it in like a cool way, like it's clout. Like look at me, like Sophie Rain was like holding her eyeball open, and this is all again on Instagram. This is like very easy to
public
find.
information. Yeah,
and her eyes all red. Like what, you fucking had somebody blow a load in your eye? You're so fucking cool. Her hair was all like wet and sticky. I was like, dude, you're a fucking dork. Like,
no,
grow up. Like, grow the fuck up.
No,
We've all had, like, my husband, he'd love to fucking do that, and he can. Like, to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, grow up. Like, you're not the first girl that had,
no,
like,
sorry. Like, I'm sorry, but like
it was so dorky. I was like, you're such a dork.
Letting so many people do this to you, that doesn't make you more freaky.
Yeah,
that doesn't make you more
freaky.
No, it just makes you gross.
Yeah, you're gross.
Like, it's
and
gross.
I love it. Like I said, I love it. I'm not like sitting here wanting to like hate and shame these girls, but the industry
just the
needs to be, the industry needs to be exposed.
Absolutely.
And I'm loving that the comments are now, again, they're not like, you dumb bitch. They're not like shaming it. They're just like, these girls really need to find God, or this is really awful. And
because
there's men
to that point.
saying it. They're like,
well,
they're like, this is not the flex you think it is.
It's not.
This is not like, nobody's like gonna marry you, like nobody's gonna want that, which is sad. For I think that's sad for the girl, but she's choosing to do this. And again, is she choosing to do this?
Because at some point it's like an addict. It's like an addict. You did choose to do it the first time, maybe even the second and third time you chose to do it, but eventually that addiction grabs a hold of you, and you are no longer the person. What are you gonna do, though? You're a shell of a person.
But what are you gonna do? Be like, could you imagine like leaving a job that's paying you what it is? Again, for the people that are making this money, the girls that are making the $100, I don't know what the hell. They obviously have some issues. They really are trying really hard to make it, or they like the attention from the couple people they have.
Right. Like that's really what.
But it's like, I'm saying, why can't they stop? Like they can stop.
Oh, they can stop.
But these girls that are making that much money, they are not going to stop.
Yeah, because they can't afford to.
Yeah,
and that's what happens.
What do they put on their resume? Like the girl I was talking about, the cop that turned Pornhub or whatever, that, you know, the whole dad thing. Yeah. And I was like, she was a cop for 4 years, first of all. So, I mean, it's not like she had this like long outstanding career. I mean, props to her. You know, obviously I'm married to a
like,
cop.
Okay, cool. You joined the military for free college.
Right. Straight. Exactly. Like, but like people were clowning on her too. Like you did like, relax, relax. Like, you know, I mean, again, I couldn't do it. So I'm not hating on that. Like, year, 2 years, 3 years, like you did it, you made it in. Not that the standards are very high anymore, but she now what? So what's her resume gonna say? Like police officer, Pornhub? Like if she wants to stop, like I quit my career to do porn, so now I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, because you
so
now
either my
you can't
husband
have any
needs to
like
figure out a job,
governmental job. You can't.
Right.
Like you can't. Like
you're giving up a lot.
Unless they don't do background checks anymore, which.
Right, but now she's in the media. Like once you're big like that, like you're gonna have a hard time. Not somebody could just look you up and see that.
Right, and then it's like, and I saw this like interview clip it, and they were interviewing the BB girl, and they were like, she was like, I am financially taken care of. I have several properties. I do this. I buy
she
this.
probably
I buy that.
invested with all her money.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's great, but. And then you're over here saying that you don't do it for the money, but you are doing it for the money, and you are trying to like, you know, do all these things. And I'm like, okay, like that's great that you have like all these freaking,
again, she's glorifying
properties or whatever, and all these freaking cars and stuff. Yeah, you're gonna have to sell those.
Right. So then when you have to sell them all because you don't have anything else to do.
Right.
I mean, like,
and you're living this type of lifestyle where you're spending so much money, and you cannot tell me that you're not on drugs. You cannot sit here and tell me that you are not on drugs. I do not believe you for 1 second. I don't know a singular girl, and I'm being so for real. I don't know a singular girl that is in that industry that is also not on drugs. I don't know one, and I know a lot.
Yeah.
So
we said the same thing about strippers, and people want to like I mean, nobody really got mad about that. That's interesting because nobody really gets mad about it. I just think that they
because people have accepted that one.
That's
because
true. Yeah.
When you're a stripper, you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, strippers have come out and said it. They're
exactly.
like, yeah, everybody's in the back doing drugs. What do you mean?
Exactly. In the back doing drugs, in the back actually selling pussy, like in the back, like actually like doing all these grotesque things. Like I told you, like, wait, I don't know if I told you on this thing. Like I have a one of my exes told me a story. And he said that he gave 2 strippers $100 each, and they went in the back and had a foursome with him and his girlfriend.
$100 each, though.
$100 each, $200 total. Like I'm like, it took $100 for you to go in the back and have a foursome.
They probably could have done it for 50.
No, actually,
like had he offered 50, they probably would have been like, okay.
It could have probably been a stack of 25 ones at this point. Like as long as I'm throwing it at you slowly.
Right. Because they enjoy
Which is
that
funny
attention.
because that's what he always said. He's like, no, throw your money slow. Throw it slowly. Like, and I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy.
I hate him. Is it though?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I hate him. Really.
Hate
him, hate you. So, you know.
Yeah. Everyone does.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I'm like, all my friends hate you, by the way.
Really?
Like, all my friends and family.
Really
They're like, you're like, why'd you tell everyone? I go, I didn't even have to, by the way. Everyone else told everyone. So
we hate you.
Yeah.
So that's that. Like it is, you see our beliefs, you see our thoughts on this. Like, it's, you know,
it's just harmful. Like, it's just harmful for your soul.
Yeah. Like
it is,
when, you know, so we're hoping that it reaches some, you know, men are going to do what they're going to do. It's not like us saying this. They're going to be like, oh man, I shouldn't do that. But hopefully they dig within and they look within and they go, okay, maybe this is not the way. Maybe, you know, if I have a daughter one day, I wouldn't want that for her. But we're hoping really it can reach some young girls to be like, eesh.
Oh, I don't want to do this.
Maybe not.
Well, I will say a couple people that I've talked to, when I told them the real facts, they were like, oh my God, wait, I was actually thinking about blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I had no idea that they didn't make money.
And I hope it goes back to a ban one day.
Yeah. So honestly, like it's just too much. Like I would love for them to ban it because I think it's like definitely exacerbating all of these like
imagine if they fully banned porn. All like I'm talking like it was like a felony. Like not you can just upload your ID. Like it is like illegal.
Yeah.
You can't partake in it. You can't film it. You can't.
Right.
Like it's considered almost the same as like selling heroin.
Right.
Could you imagine?
No, people would.
So it'd be like black market shit. Like you'd have to do like underground shit. But I think it would lessen it.
Yeah. Oh, I do too.
It'd still be there. It's just like drugs. There's always going to be that black market for shit. Like always.
Right. Like, and like that does like there are some things that I'm like, okay, legalize this because people are going to do it no matter what. But then I think maybe meth shouldn't be legalized.
Right.
Like maybe we shouldn't legalize. Like maybe it should be hard for people to be able to find and do these things. Like if you really want to do it that bad, you're going to have to search for it. Yeah. You're going to have to go to the back of a seedy gas station and knock 14 times on the door in a specific, you know, pattern so that somebody can show you a TikTok clip of someone shaking their ass. Like that's like you should have to do that. Actually,
that's what I'm saying. It'll make it harder
to access.
It'll exist, but it'll make it harder, and I think it will lessen. Like there's gonna be some men that have that, and that'll tell you right there if you're addicted. If you're gonna be going through that, if you're gonna have to black market porn, then
you might have an addiction. You might have a problem.
Otherwise, I could see most men being like, it's not that deep. But if you have to do your black market searching for porn, if it ever got outlawed, and I know there's going to be men that do it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You need to.
There already are.
The fact that men still do it if their wife has a problem with it and is upset and feels insecure or is hurt by it, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. If your wife has ever expressed to you and they're going to be like, well, I'm not going to fucking do what my wife says, or I'm
like,
not
every guy does it, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well,
it's like,
every guy shouldn't.
If she's like, I mean, like I said, there's people that consider it cheating.
Oh yeah, I consider it. No, I do. I also do. Like, it's not like if I say, hey, it hurts me when you do this, and then you do that.
Like blatant, right? You're not just saying like, bitch, I don't want you to do this, and trying to like
I'm not trying to be an
man
asshole.
Or make him feel emasculated.
Right?
You're saying like, hey, this bothers me. This hurts me. There's some women that I saw one woman post on Facebook, like, you know, they do those like my husband does this. What do you guys think? Like in those groups. And she was like, I've told him like, it actually really hurts me. And like, I'm starting to feel so insecure about myself that like, I've changed things about myself. Like I've done all this to be better or like be hotter or whatever. And she's like, and he still does it. And I'm like, girl, it's not you. What do you mean?
It's an addiction. He has an addiction.
There's guys that are like hideous creatures with like the most beautiful women and they still do it. It's not 100%.
100%. I mean, prime example, you know what Jay-Z looks like.
Bro. You know me with Jay-Z. I'm like, that fool is fugly as.
If I saw him walking down the road, like
he's so ugly.
I would get starstruck. I'd go, ah!
Yeah, I'd jump scare.
Yeah,
scare.
I'd be scared.
But that's what I'm saying is like there's that, and then they still like the porn thing, like, you know, because then there's those women that are like they don't do their makeup or they don't do this or they don't do that, so they're like, oh well, that's why my husband watches porn. It's like, no, I don't agree with that. And if he has a problem with you or isn't attracted to you, then he should talk to you about that.
Isn't really what they're looking at.
Right.
Like, right. Sometimes maybe a little. Maybe like, oh, what's that girl look like? Cool. Anyways, turn around.
Right.
Like, that's not
right. And if they're digging that deep and have to find like the perfect girl, like again, that's where
that's like
that
an
does
addiction.
happen.
That's a psychological
That's where
addiction.
you're like, oh, I gotta find the perfect girl that fits this mold, this, and this. Like now you're like, preferencing.
Yeah, and like some weird ass shit. And it's like, but what do you even have to offer to like, okay, you want A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, perfect. Do you have H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P?
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't even have H or I.
Yeah. So I think that's why I try to explain to women it's not you. No, like, again, not. We're not ashamed or embarrassed or, you know, my husband doesn't watch it. It's been like, I think almost like 2 years. Longer for me. It's been years.
Yeah.
And I think that people are like, well, even when we couldn't be together all the time, people were probably like, no fucking way. And I believe him. I have to trust him. Like he was like, he's like, after so much time, you don't really, it's like not a thing anymore.
It's like, it starts a lesson. So like, you know, I've been on my journey of celibacy.
Yeah.
The first 90 days are the hardest.
Yeah.
The first 90 days are the hardest, like getting out of any type of cycle. And so it's like, once you get past that, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Like it's only hard at the beginning.
It's like a slight addiction.
Right. And you have mental clarity.
Addiction, it doesn't mean you're sitting there every 5 minutes in a corner. Like we're not saying that. When addiction just means that your brain thinks that you need it.
Right. Like anytime something is going wrong, anytime you need any sort of release, if that's what you reach for, what you grab for, like it's not.
Or you need it to be turned on.
Right. And that's strange.
Yeah,
like that's a deeper issue.
There are people that it's like that's like like you said, you knew people.
It's like a requirement.
It's a requirement.
Like every
it has
single
nothing
time.
to do with the person they're with or the other person that they're with.
And it made me feel like shit.
It made you feel that way.
It made me feel like
it's not.
Absolute shit. Like it's the thing that like I'm like I fully like if you ever meet me in person, like I am very like I'm a confident person. Yeah. Like literally actually last night I was out, I went to go see one of my friends that works at a bar and we were just hanging out talking, whatever. I'm drinking water. I don't drink. But this.
No, this is literally the only time I drink.
Yeah.
Same.
And so
so people probably think we're like alcoholics. This is literally
like,
it. It's one glass. Like it's our whole.
Go back through our episodes. I dare you to see me finish one. You won't.
I don't think I act. Yeah, there's usually something left
in the first episode because I was nervous.
We did finish ham in the first episode. I think we even refilled our cups.
Yeah,
I think I only filled them to like here. We've never gone past a full bottle ever.
No,
and it's like the skinny little.
No, literally like actual. But like last night, this guy like comes up to me and he's like for some reason just telling me his life story. I don't know. Like people just do that to me, and I was like, okay, cool, blah blah blah. And he was like, it's just that like you're so pretty and your voice is so calming and blah 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 blah. And I go, yeah, I know. And he was like, what? He was like, oh, what do you mean you know? And I go, no, I mean I know that I'm beautiful and I know that my voice is really calming. Like I understand why you would be telling me your whole life story because I feel very like non-threatening and I feel very like welcoming, like all of those things. Like I know that about myself. I was like, wait, did you think that you were the first person ever to tell me that? Like I have a mirror.
I have the
ears.
opposite of you, like where I don't have that confident. Like, I mean, I'm confident, and you know, that sounds. But I do. I have like body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
Like I see the same thing in a bad way. Mm-hmm. Whether I'm bodybuilding or I'm like in my journey now, I've lost. Oh, by the way, I hit 60 pounds down today.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But I see the same thing in the mirror, which is like my 600-pound life.
I completely understand.
Like, I see that no matter what. Like, when I was, like, I still look at pictures.
Right.
And I don't see that.
Right.
I look at pictures and I'm like, dang, I was, like, fit and I was this or that. But when I was looking in the mirror myself, I literally saw, like, I needed to be, like, in a wheelchair. Like, I needed a walker. And I'm like, why do I see this? Like, I have legit body dysmorphia. It's like
really bad body dysmorphia. Yeah. My thing with me is like when I look in the mirror,
my God.
Oh my gosh. When I look in the mirror,
me, though, because we have bright lights and then I just
like
saw like
black.
A fucking figure. I was like, the shadow people, we called them. No, I rebuke in the name of Jesus.
The thing about it is like when I look in the mirror, like I'm just very aware of what I look like. Like I don't look in the mirror and I don't think like, oh, well, like I sometimes I feel like I look different. Like sometimes I'm confident, sometimes I'm not. Right. But like when it comes to like when people are like, oh, like you're pretty, or oh, you have this, or oh, you have that. Like I'm not just taking that and being like, oh my God, I'm so like, I know I'm so. No, it's just that so many people have told me that. Yeah. That I'm like, everyone's a liar. There's no way. Right. Like I'm like everyone.
See, I have the opposite problem. Like growing
up, everybody is lying.
No, I don't think. I mean, I don't think they're lying. Like growing up, my mom used to boast about, I guess I don't want to call it like bragging, but she used to be like, people always stop, because like obviously like when I was younger I was like pretty cute, you know. I was like, you're still so fit, pretty cute. I put too much value on body, and I know that's like awful to do, but that's okay to do too. Like if that's what I like for me, exactly, I feel most comfortable there, exactly, in like, you know, fit state, 100%. Then I shouldn't be feeling like I'm like scared to say that. And remember we were talking about the body positivity. I actually just felt like I was like, I mean, like, yeah, but like, it's okay to say that too.
It's totally fine.
It's okay to be confident.
Because it's also like the way your body looks, but it's also what your body can do. Right. Like it's different. Like I feel when better in clothes, when you're more fit, exactly. Clothes fit you better. You like even simple things like tying your shoes, like, you know, doing a squat. Like God forbid you want to throw it back in a club. Like,
yeah, but my mom would always say, like, we'd be out. I mean, I was like, and this is kind of gross. I was like a teenager, but men would stop us. Yeah. And my mom looked really young. She was young. Like she had me young. And would say stuff, and it happened several times. Like I'm talking, like happened at Walmart once. You know, just and she'd always come home and be like, "Oh my God, you're not going to believe what happened." This guy came up and told Heather how beautiful she is and how exotic she looks and how this and that. Right. And I never
exotic felt is such a strange word.
I got it a lot.
Me too,
a lot. And so I never was like, I never felt that like, ooh, like, oh my gosh, like I never felt that flattered feeling. I'd be like I heard it so much, and it never gave me that like confidence that you would think it did. Right. But I got it all. I mean, we were at Starbucks once and this guy left and came back and goes, I had to come back. And I was just like, I kind of looked at them like, get away.
You didn't have to come back.
Like I didn't feel good. Yeah. And so I think there was a part of me that wanted like that attention, but also didn't. I don't know if that makes sense. That may not make sense. I hope some girls are like, yeah, I get what you mean.
No, like it feels nice to be complimented, but it's just the people that are complimenting you is like,
yes,
this is inappropriate.
Well, and I also have a problem with accepting compliment. Like they'd come up to me and I'd be like, no, and they'd be like, you're this, you're that, and I'm like, no, like no, like stop, no. Yeah. I never just said thank you. I'd be like, no. Yeah. And my mom would be like, I know, oh my God, but she's my daughter. And then I'd be like, Mom, I'm also like 16.
No, actually,
but literally. I mean, it did happen like was as I became like of age. But I don't know why it didn't boost my confidence. Like it never boosted my confidence. I never was like, oh, and I heard that from like growing up. Like I always heard that, and it never stuck with. So I guess you could say I'm insecure because it never like stuck with me. Yeah. And I look back and I'm like, dang, I used to hear that all the time. And it probably sounds to some listeners are probably like, okay, relax. And I'm like, no, but I really did.
No, it's literally like,
but I'm not cocky about it.
Pretty girl says she doesn't really, she's pretty.
And like I didn't get the, I guess, the confidence that you would think you would get from that.
No,
like how
you
totally
did.
like you actually.
Well, mine was because I had some really incredible like women in my life that were empowering to me, that like kind of like, mostly my aunt, like she literally is the reason that I have the confidence that I do, because she told me like
and you should.
she was so real. She was so real. She was so real about everything. And it was the fact that like, because I was awkward looking in middle school and I had like a lot of acne and like, yeah, and even in the beginning of high school, like I didn't really start getting pretty until I was like, well, start getting pretty. I was pretty, but like I didn't start like really becoming into myself until I was like a junior in high school. And then I noticed like, well, something for me, because like I've always been like the chubby kid or whatever, and then I had lost a bunch of weight at that time and I was like more fit, but I didn't see myself in a different form. Like I always see myself in like a mid, in the middle. Like I never see myself too like morbidly obese, and I never see myself too like thin. I always see myself at like one like a specific weight. Yeah. And that's what I see.
Like
and
in your eyes, like the body dysmorphia thing. Yeah.
And it's not like
where I see myself as like 500 pounds always.
No, literally.
20%.
I'm like, I see myself as just like right in the middle. And I do that. But it's just because also like the way that my body is shaped also is like more like, it's one of those things that is like more heavily pushed on people, because my hips are really big and my boobies are really big and my waist is small in comparison to those two. And so like I was getting like attention for a long time, but I just didn't understand. I didn't understand that. And then like as I got older, and then people are like,
oh, like you embraced it more.
Right. I just embraced it because I was like, oh yeah, like this is just how I look. Like I mean, and there's some other things that I did like in my adulthood that really helped me like process some things, but like it just really came down to like, one time she's like, baby girl, listen, if you got it, you need to flaunt it, because if you like, people pay to have what you have. Yeah.
I've been told that too.
Yeah.
Like,
and so I'm like, yeah, like, and the big
obviously
boobies,
I paid for my
like,
I mean, I had big
but you already had
I had big boobs. I had to get
Yeah.
a reduction.
Right. Exactly. I was like, you already had giant boobies. Like
I had to get a reduction first and a lift, and then add back in the volume.
Right.
But yeah, I had them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what happens with like a lot of like weight loss and stuff too. So it's totally normal.
The up and down children.
Exactly. It's so normal. Like all of these things are normalized, but now in society, like it's so hard to talk about anything without being like literally like basically like online like chastised. Like
well,
literally
we get the
like
comments, like half the people are like, oh, smoke shows, and then half the like then there's this, I wouldn't say half. There's like a random one or two comments that are like that one guy, the tortas, or the no, nobody else has really said anything, but but
honestly, like
torta
or not, I'll still fuck your dad.
Like, right? Like I was like,
I would never.
I was like, my husband likes this fat ass, so
like that's the thing. It's just like, okay, then I'm not your preference.
But then
cool.
meanwhile, he commented flames on like the same person on like a picture that Tyler posted. It's because he didn't like what we were saying in one. I was like, it's so then you're gonna resort to the one thing.
So
hey,
we're tortas because you don't been called
ugly.
No, literally.
Like that's the one thing you could resort to. It's like that's all you had. That's all you fucking had.
Literally, I just think that's like fun, because this is the one thing that this is what I've learned in my life, because I like to be like a little bit thicker. Like that's my preference. I like strive to whatever word you want to use. Like when I bodybuild or when I lift weights, I'm like, where can I grow? What can I grow? My obviously. Yeah. And then I want my shoulders big. I don't ever want to be petite. I've been petite and I feel like I looked sickly. Well, yes. And then also
it wasn't cute on me.
I feel like it's important to be like strong.
Yeah.
I feel like it's important to be strong. Like as women, we're already at a disadvantage, like when it comes to like strength.
Yeah.
So I don't have to be stronger than every woman. I just have to be stronger than some.
Right.
And so like, and that's my goal. Like it's just this thing, but something that I've learned that I think is so funny. Like, and I saw this meme and it's so true. It's like with the whole torta thing, like guys either are attracted to bigger girls or they're lying.
Right.
I'm like, shut up, because I've literally seen like some of the things that I've
or they're
seen
lying to themselves.
Pursue. Yeah, you're lying to yourself.
Some, like bony ass, and they're like, no, I only like really, 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 really skinny girls, and it's like, I think that's a very low number because
and then also,
everybody be liking it thick.
Right. And that's what I'm saying is like, if that's your preference, then amazing. That's your preference. Go off. Like, skinny girls, awesome. Great for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, but like, it's just so funny that like just to call someone fat or to like anything like that has been so like, oh, I'm gonna get them with this one.
Yeah,
like, I've been cooking this one up all day.
Like, it's the only thing I can say, so I got it. Like, I'm gonna throw it out there.
It's like, yeah, bet you've never missed a meal. Yeah, I'm not fucking poor.
Right. I'm like,
God forbid I can afford
you
food.
missed the lift that you should have gone in today. Like,
literally.
Fuck. You should jump on some TRT,
no, you missed the point.
Like, I can say the same thing. I could be like, you're looking small as fuck.
Right.
Like,
no, literally.
It's the same thing. Like, imagine going on there and being like,
right.
So men will go on there and say, like, the one thing they can find if a girl's not like a stick is it's the only thing they can find to insult is they'll be like, oh, you're, they don't even really say fat.
No, they don't. They'll
say like torta or
they'll say like something else. Yeah.
And
it's funny to me.
It is funny because
I'm like, yeah.
Women don't typically go on and be like, bro, you need to lift weights. Homie, you need to lift some weights. Because that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to insult. I'm not going to call you fat. I'm going to tell you need to fucking, where's your delts? Like, where's your fucking
girls aren't like
traps?
That
Like, where?
Have you seen that guy? And he's like a bigger guy, but he's also really tall and stuff like that. And he like has like glasses and like a backwards hat or whatever. And he goes around and he goes and he asks these girls at like random colleges. He's like, would you date me if I was skinny? Right? But he's a bigger boy. And I have yet to see a girl say anything besides, what do you mean? I would date you now.
Right.
What do you mean? You're hot now. What do you mean? Like you're
the dad bod.
Right.
Like,
the dad bods are, sorry, they're hot.
Yeah.
And so like, so it's like one of those things where it's like, but why then is it like the other way around where like when like if it was like me, because I am also very tall, I am a very thick girl. If I go out and I was like, would you date me if I was skinny? They'd probably be like, if you were skinny.
Right. I think there'd be some guys that are willing to embrace it and they'll be like, hell yeah. Because there is a guy online that I've seen on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't follow him, but like, you know, when you're scrolling and I've seen a couple of his videos where like a girl's like grabbing like her fupa or something and she's like, God, I hate this. And then he'll like stitch in and be like, what? That's like the best part. Like men love that. They're lying. Like,
and
when
a lot
they
of them do. Yeah. They really do. Actually, like an uncomfortable amount, like really do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, calm down. Like, I understand. I get it, buddy. I too have a mirror. I look in it and I think, damn, sometimes I don't.
Like, imagine hitting bone.
No,
we're not hating on skinny girls either. Like,
no. Like,
this is what I'm saying about body positivity. We can feel comfortable with what we have, just like you can. If you're skinny, I'm talking skinny, because like I said, when I like to bodybuild and stuff, like I don't count, I don't call that skinny because I like being bigger.
It's like the opposite. Like it's like the opposite of fat and skinny, and then there's like people all in the middle.
Yeah,
but like it's just like, you have to like bring up like both sides of the spectrum because both sides exist, and those girls get hate too. Like,
oh, all the time.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not
like,
trying to hate. That's what I'm saying, because they'll be like, eat a cheeseburger.
No, eat a cheeseburger. Like skeleton.
Again,
like
with the
those
body
kind
positivity,
of things, like,
there is no winning.
No,
so it's like just embrace what makes you comfortable. And I do think there is a point where it does get toxic, like the girls that are 600 pounds or the girls that are anorexic. Like if you're extreme on either end, now you're promoting that extremeness, but you know, if you're thin, that's cool. If you got a little meat, that's cool. Like I said, it's when
some
things
girls
start
have
getting
incredibly
extreme
fast metabolisms. Some of my
subject.
friends poop 2 seconds after eating. So
it
like,
just goes right through them.
It just goes right through them, and they're like healthy and fit and like all of these things. And it's like, dang, you know. And obviously, me, like myself, like if I were honestly doing every single thing that I could do to like do the best part of my life, then I too would be probably
Oh yeah, that's why I'm making change. Like
exactly, it's like possible to make the changes. It's like not like what I can't stand is an excuse. Like an excuse that's like, well, I just can't do that because this. Well, no, I'm just not doing it because
Let's get into that. Let's get into that next subject, because speaking of PCOS, I've had PCOS since I was 14 years old. I'm about to be 39.
Exactly.
And it was not a big thing. What? Don't kill me because I'm horrible at math. 14, I'm 39.
I'm also horrible at math. I know there's a 5, the second number. And 25 years.
25 years ago?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Tessa.
I'm sorry. I slowly
25 years ago, I was diagnosed with PCOS, which again, not a lot of people knew about. Now there's like Macy from Teen Mom has it. So there's all this like people are awareness, and there's like these pages, PCOS Warrior, and with people that don't know that, it's called polycystic ovarian syndrome. And it's actually like your ovaries are filled with cysts. It's not same thing as having just ovarian cysts. The follicles are also messed up. Like it creates a lot of problems, but one of the main things it creates is insulin resistance, and it's very difficult to lose weight.
Right.
So with that being said, though, I never let that be an excuse. It is frustrating as fuck that I have to work like my ass off to lose the weight, where I'm, like I said, I do my elliptical on 20 incline, like 5 resistance. My son, my 19-year-old healthy son, did it for like 5 minutes and was like, Mom, what the fuck? And I'm like, I'm sitting there doing it 20. I'm like maxed out. I'm doing it 20 minutes, like no problem.
Yeah.
But it's because I've had to do the max on shit my whole life.
Right.
And that's what I was trying to tell Tyler. I was like, I have to like, at this point, I need to try the hardest. I need to do straight, like, just insane. Like, that's why the swimming has helped. I'm like, I'm just going to do laps. I'm going to do laps. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Like, because I'm already at that, like, I had to go full speed. So I'm like, I can't go the incline's as high as it can go. Like, I can't even increase it. So I have to do like 2 hours, which, as we all know, again, from bodybuilding background, we don't do 2 hours of cardio. We do not do that. That is not how you lose weight.
Maybe
just
like
so you
30
know.
minutes. 30 minutes get your heart rate up.
You could do 10-minute warm up. You can lift and do 20 minutes of cardio. Yeah. And I promise you will drop weight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And not even hard cardio.
That was my routine whenever I was
so much doing that.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say how much weight I've gained. I'm not ready for that conversation, but a lot. Okay, I've gained a lot of weight, and then I also tried to do the oral.
Nobody wants to say what they gained. I like to say what I lost, which is 60 pounds out of the 80 I gained.
Right. And so I tried the oral semaglutide stuff even, but then I got off of it, and not only did I gain the weight that I lost, but I gained like double the weight back.
When you do GLP-1, you have to, again, not medical advice. No, you have to go onto a maintenance. A lot of people say for the rest of your life.
Yeah, which like I'm not gonna do that because I know what to do. Like I grew up working out. I grew up like eating. Like I did all these things, and then I have some mental health struggles. Surprise, surprise. I don't know if you've listened to this podcast, but like, but like, and then so like one of the things that I struggle with personally is binge eating. And
I had binge eating
when I was younger. I would binge eat, and then I would like go run 2 miles. So it doesn't matter that I'm binge eating because I just ran 2 miles, like, you know. And it's like, how could it be? Well, you can push through a lot when you're mentally ill. Just letting you know. Like
I remember the first time I realized I had the binge eating problem was I told the therapist, I was like, I think I'm binge eating. This was after, you know, the whole situation. And I was like, it came to my realization that I'm sick. Like I eat, I'm talking like can't move, sick.
No,
and
like
she
literally
was like,
just
talk to me more
until you're basically
and I was
getting
like,
sick.
Well, I don't know. I was like, and that's when I gained the 80 pounds. I was like, like, let's say I went to Taco Bell. I'm just using that as an example. It's not that I did that all the time. Because people are like, well, that's why you gained weight. You ate Taco Bell every day. Well, I'm using this as an example. I would literally, and it was like not weird to me at the time. Now I'd be like, what the fuck? Like even before that or now, I'd be like, what are you doing? But I would order like 7 things. Yeah. At least.
Yeah.
And exactly. I was like, it was like a goal to finish it. Right. And I would be so sick. I would be like sick, like sweating sick.
100%.
And I was like, I think something's wrong. Like I didn't realize I had it. And it came on fast. Like it was like one night and then I couldn't not eat like 12 things.
Yeah. Mine stemmed from, I remember the first time I ever binge ate. I was 9. My grandma had just passed away, and I literally ate like an entire jar of the queso and Tostino scoops. I ate an entire jar at 9 years old. An entire bag of chips and an entire jar. I literally I was sick. I was throwing up.
Yes.
Like, and my mom was like, what's wrong? Like, you ate that whole thing, blah, blah, blah. And then it was like, oh, well, dang, you must just be hungry. And my mom just gave me more food. Like, that's what she would do. Right. And so, but then as I like grew up and then I got, you know, started being healthy, and then I was in like a healthy environment and I started like eating right and this stuff, then I took it too far and I stopped eating.
Oh yeah. Been there.
And so then when you restrict yourself so far, then you are going to binge because you're so hungry. Your body is so craving nutrients and you're like, oh my God, this is the only thing that's going to satiate me. And then it does. And then you feel like shit. And then the cycle perpetuates.
Oh,
like
I would be like, why do I do this? I feel awful.
Yeah.
If anybody out there has ever binge ate, and we're not talking about like, oh my gosh, we had girls' night and I had like
pizza. How crazy!
I even like
3.
You ate too much that day and you get that
I would
really
eat the
full
whole
feeling.
fucking pizza.
I'm talking about like you go past that full feeling. You like, are way past that and you're like sick.
Yeah.
And I would do that often. And then I was like, I finally like had to admit it to myself and was like, I think I need to get like help for this.
Right. Exactly.
And she was like, yeah, no, you're like severely binge eating.
Yeah,
and
it's like a real thing. And like you just gain so much weight. And like when I'm in like stressful things, it's like, it's just like, I just want food. I'm just like, give me fucking food. Cause like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm not going to go do crack.
Right.
I'm
that's
not,
what I'm
like,
saying. So that's the thing. That's a good example is that in those situations, we didn't turn to that. Like people were like, I know one of the girls, again, I'm not going to speak on who, it wasn't our guest, just to, clear that up. But another girl that had gone through like a traumatic suicide loss, she did turn to alcohol. And I don't know that she turned to drugs maybe, but she ended up, putting herself into rehab 2 years later. But a lot of like we didn't turn to that. Right. So I guess that's what I turned to.
Right.
Unknowingly.
Food,
like I didn't even realize it happened.
Yeah.
Was food. Like and it was like in a gross, weird way. And then I'd feel so sick and be like, I'm never, you say that I'm never eating again. Oh my God. Literally. And then like literally do it the next day.
Well, the thing about having an eating disorder is you have to eat. You have to.
Right.
Or you will die.
Right.
Like you have to. But like you can stop doing cocaine. You can stop drinking. You don't need to do those things.
Can stop doing that like and learn healthy habits.
Exactly.
It's like
having an eating disorder is the same as like having a breathing disorder.
Right.
Like you have to breathe to live. You have to eat to live. Like, and so it's like, it would be the equivalent of like literally taking an alcoholic and being like, okay, you have to go to the bar 3 times a day.
Yeah.
But don't drink.
Right.
Like.
Right.
Or it's like you have to go to the bar and you can only have 1 drink.
Or it's like you need this to live, but you need to limit it.
Right.
Even though you're addicted to it and you've used it as a coping mechanism.
Exactly.
And it's like
torture.
And it feels like everybody nowadays has some kind of disorder or some kind of issue, some kind of this, some kind of that. So I hate to say it that we both had that, but I think that's the problem is that it's so like people are using it as an excuse for everything when people really have the problem. It's like minimized and like used as like, oh God, they just couldn't control themselves. And it's like, no, we had like severe traumas
like
and severe like issues.
Thing. It's like actually how I understand addiction, by the way. Like, I'm like my mom and then also, oh, what? Yeah. Like turns out like it's not drugs.
And then the weird part about binge eating is it doesn't even have to be food you like.
No.
That's what people think is they think it's gluttony. And I'm like, it's not gluttony. It's not. I was like, there was one time I literally was like, I don't even like, this isn't even good. Like I got like pasta that's normally like from Cheesecake Factory. I normally like it. It wasn't good. Like it wasn't that good that day. Yeah. I still ate it.
Yeah. And I would finish it.
Oh, 100.
Like, and that's the other part of it too. I think like growing up,
it's
like
not
extremely
people just
poor.
like food, like, oh, food's so good. Like the 600-pound life. I think those people are addicted to the feeling of food.
Like they like the
binge eating is not like that.
Like, yeah. I will like, this is like even so silly. Like I have literally like before I made these like broccoli Parmesan bites where you like take the broccoli and you like
smash it. So good.
So delicious. So good. Not bad for you at all. I ate all of them and I felt so sick and I do like the broccoli, but like honestly, like I didn't season it, so it was actually not that good. But I ate it all.
You could be like, it's not that good, and it's not that good,
and it's not. And I know that like I'm like this. You don't have to eat like just because you make something. You don't have to eat it if it's not good. No. Like. And that's like also stems from like growing up like extremely poor like I did, like, and I don't like I bring that up, but I don't think people understand like the severity of it. Like literally my bed was a pile of clothing. Like I didn't have a bed. Like, so that one part in like oh gosh, it's that movie with Sandra Bullock, Blindside.
I don't know it.
Blindside, where she like adopts that big Michael, the football player, and
you wanted to say black kid.
Well, yeah, I did want to say black
but
kid.
You stopped yourself.
But football player, yeah. Well, Well, because he is a black kid.
I know, right? So why can't we say that?
Right?
Because again, we're gonna talk about a little bit about that here soon.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
You can't say anything.
No, you literally can't.
Like
say
you
anything.
can't, and that's what he is.
Like,
He's black, like big freaking deal. That you would have said like
guy,
that big white football player. Like
exactly.
So what?
Exactly. And there's this one.
We have to be scared to say fucking anything.
No,
man.
literally anything. There's this one scene in the movie where like they give him his own room and everything, blah blah whatever. And she was like, "Oh, like this is your room, blah blah blah, whatever." And he was like, "Thanks, I never had one before." And she was like, "Oh, a room to yourself?" And he goes, "No, a bed."
Ay,
and I break down every single
like,
time. I'm like, I understand what you mean. Like, and it's not that I never had a bed. It's just that there was several periods of my life where I was either sharing beds with multiple kids, where I was like literally sleeping on the floor on an actual pile of clothing. Like this is like actually like how poor it was. So like when you got food, you eat that food because you don't know when you're getting food again.
Right.
So it's like, and that's like where it also stems from as well. Like I'm educated enough to know where it started, which I think is like the first step. And I feel like if people would just educate themselves on like where their things started at,
like you can address it, but people want to be in denial.
I don't have that. I'm not struggling with this. I'm not like, it's okay to struggle. Like,
speaking of struggling, like we were talking today, we're both on our period. So if this grosses you out, you don't want to hear about it, then move along. But it's women not talked about enough, and it's debilitating for some women. Like you said, you slept, and it's not an excuse, and it's not a poor us, we're victims, or woe is me. But I'm telling you, with the PCOS I said I have, even if you don't have PCOS, some women are fine, and that's great. But some women aren't. I am debilitated. I am very pain high tolerance for pain.
Well, you're covered in tattoos.
I know, like
like obviously
I've had several surgeries and been like not taking any of the narcotics. But with that being said, my period fucking knocks me to the ground. Well, straight up, because it
feels like this is genuinely what it feels like to me. So mine, like I'm very fortunate in the length of mine. Like it's only like a couple days. Like I might have to wear like
9 to 11.
Like, no, thank the Lord. Mine is like 4.
No.
And it's not that, but the bleeding, it's not that bad.
Right. It's the PMS.
Pain and the PMS. Like I go insane every month. Like literally, I was talking to someone on the phone about this earlier. I was like, it sucks having a period because this is me. Like 1 week it's like, oh, like I'm good, I'm getting my stuff, I'm getting motivated, I'm getting together. The next week it's like, awesome, like we're going on a good. And the third week it's like my eyes start twitching. I'm like, what's wrong with me? And then my period week, it's like I'm mad at everyone. I don't want to talk to anyone. But it's not like, it's like, oh well, you're probably just PMSing. Yes, but I cannot control it. Like I cannot.
But why is that oh, you're probably just PMSing, so then it's dismissed. Like, it's like,
it shouldn't be dismissed.
This is the women empowerment I'm talking about. Like some, like my mom also gets debilitated. Like she can't do anything at all because of the pain, the pressure, and at the end of the day, like today, I took a couple hours to because I was actually debilitated. Like I was actually laying sideways, hanging out half the couch.
Just
to the point where I could not sit
a position up, that doesn't hurt.
And I felt like I was in straight up labor. And I'm looking around and I'm like, I still have to run this house of 6 people. Big house, take care of it. And there's no sure, my husband asked me 10 times, is there anything you need? What go mop the floor. Like no, there's nothing you can do. Like you're not going to take away the pain. I'm not going to have you clean the house and do the laundry and do the dishes. Like so you're doing other things. You know, he did take Logan with him to the studio, and like I'm not saying he didn't attempt to help, but in that time it's like I'm still the head of this household in the way that I take care of this house. I take care of everything. So I still have that. I was like, in a way in my head I was like, I don't have time for this. But I deserve that. Like I don't get why it's so minimized and oh well you're just PMSing or oh it's your period, like, get over it. I'm like but a lot of people don't understand. Like do you think genuinely do you think I want to crash the fuck out? Do you think that feels good for me? Do you think it makes me just so happy that I wake up and I'm so angry that I'm like
so irritable that I don't want to talk to anybody, that I don't want to hear a sound. I don't want to make a sound. Like, that's my preferred state of being, ?
Right. And just as much as it sucks for the people around us, it sucks for us too. Like, I'm sure men are going to be like, you're making,
have to deal
it
with
doesn't make it okay for you to be an asshole, or it doesn't make it okay for you to be a bitch, or it doesn't make, and it's like, we're not saying it's okay. No. We're saying it's out of control. Like, it's literally out of our control.
Exactly. Like,
just like when you have a bad day at work and you fucking crash out and act like an asshole.
Exactly.
You're not consciously being like, I'm going to be
go
an
home
asshole.
and be an asshole.
Yeah.
You don't think that. No, it's like, it's just happening. And all I can offer you is like an apology afterwards.
Right.
Like, I genuinely do not try to be this way.
Yeah.
Like it's just that, like, if you have like a fuse, whatever, it like gets shorter as the month goes. This is literally like a perfect visual representation. And it's like, oh, nothing's going to blow up. Nothing's going to blow up. But then it does. And it does every single month. You have to think about,
women have PMS up to 2 weeks before their period and after their period.
Right.
There's 4 weeks in a month.
That's all the month.
That's whole month you're fucked.
Month. Yeah.
Like, I literally am like, dude, it's so wild what we go through. And again, this is not poor women. No, this is reality though.
It's reality. Like,
we are fucked when it comes to PMS.
Yeah.
Like, straight up, when it comes to menstruation, PMS, like, we are so fucked, and we have to keep going. We have to go to work. We have to take care of our kids. We have to take care of our house. Like, nobody's going to do it for us.
And like, I can't call out of work because I'm on my period. Like, I call my boss, I call all my clients. I go, hey, so I'm on my period.
Well, first they're going to be like, what the get over it. Not realizing some women, it's debilitating. It is debilitating for me.
It makes me nauseous. Like, literally, this is exactly what it feels like. You know Freddy Krueger?
Yes.
It literally feels like Freddy Krueger reaches inside my vagina
and is ripping it out.
And is like, not even ripping it out, just gripping onto it.
Just holding it with his claws.
Just holding it right there. My uterus feels like it's going to explode. And it's like, I want to cry, but I've built up such like a tolerance to this pain for years and years and years. Like,
imagine that we're not supposed to have, like, where you're not allowed to feel that.
Right. Like, that's insane. That's like actually insane. Like, and so on the other hand, it's like, I get like, my wife's being a bitch or my girlfriend's being a bitch.
Right. Oh, she's PMSing.
That'll make me crash out.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that to me. Please don't ever say that to me. If you say, if I'm genuinely being irrational.
Right. I mean, like I said, it's not an excuse to be completely unhinged.
It's not an excuse to be completely unhinged. Yeah. But if I'm being like unrational about something, like, and this has happened to me before, and it does really piss me off. So, but like, also like, I'm like, damn it, you're right. When it's like, hey, do you think maybe you might start your period soon? And
right.
I'm like, you think everything's about my period, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And then the next day I'm like,
you're like, damn it,
I started my period.
They're right.
How did you know?
Yeah. No, I 100% get that. And then like day 2 or 3, I could literally leave and never come back. In my head, I'm like, I can literally leave everyone, my kids, everyone behind.
So literally just hop on a flight
and never come back.
Honestly,
in that moment, that's how my head feels.
And disappear.
I'm like, I could actually just leave everyone, all of it.
It's totally like the whole,
I'm just gonna be homeless. I could just go.
Earth, not into it anymore.
Like,
I'm going to space. Like,
and today, that's what happened.
Yeah,
I wanted to crash out on one of our children. I think I crashed out on my husband a couple times, but I just wanted to rest, and I like couldn't get that. And it's like, and you know what? I could say it. Mm-hmm. I can say it. Men do have that part easier. Mm-hmm. You know, do they have to work and provide? Yes. We fucking get it.
Yeah.
But if my husband wants to go do blood work or wants to go run to the store, he doesn't go. He'll say, of course, he'll always say, do you need anything? Or is there anything you need before I leave?
Yeah.
But I have to plan. I have to fucking get a calendar out and plan.
I'm like,
okay, all right, Thursday at 2:00. And when I do my lash appointment, it's like I get out a full schedule and a calendar, make sure there's no people coming to work on the house, make sure there's this, make sure somebody's there to watch Logan. Like, I don't get to just get up and be like, I'm going to go do blood work right now. That's like not a thing. No. Women don't get that 90% of the time. Are there some that do? Sure.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
90% of women,
for the majority, no.
Even you with no kids, you're probably like, I have to look at my work schedule.
No, literally, I had whatever.
Men just go when the
feed
fuck they
my
want.
Cats. Like, I literally, like, it's like I just have responsibilities.
There's too many.
So I'm getting this dropped off at this time, and I have to be here to sign for this, and I have to do that. Like, I'm getting a delivery, or like just there are so many things, and like, even like, and I can say this because I lived with my ex for 3.5 years.
Again, we're never going to be anti-man. This is not an anti-man statement.
No.
This is a statement saying when there's a couple, that's typically how it is. Exactly. It's not saying that we're complaining about it or one's harder than the other, but that's how it is.
Exactly. Like, I understand, and like, I would take on this role. Like, I am taking this role on. Like, especially like me. Like, if I'm choosing to be in a relationship with someone, it's under the guise and under the knowing of like, most likely the household things will be my responsibility. Right. Like, if you're providing for me and you're providing for what can be our family, like, obviously I'm going to take care of these things. Yeah. It's just like, I hate when it gets like belittled or like very much all like, the time. Oh, well, it's just this, or
you're not doing anything all day, so
exactly.
Can you just run and do this, and it's like
one of the biggest things. No, I can't just run and do something. No, like, especially
not doing anything all day. What the fuck?
No, what do you mean not doing anything all day? I'm like
24/7. It's like in the middle of the night I wake up and I'm like,
right.
Wait, is somebody coming tomorrow at 9:00 to do this, or do I have an appointment to do this, or do I have to call the insurance to do this, or do I have to like? What do you mean? It's literally 24/7. I've woken up in the middle of the night and had that thought. Like, it's actually been a true story. I was like, scary. Shit, tomorrow I think the insurance adjuster's coming and this and that. Like, the fact that a lot of times, again, this is not an anti-man statement, but a lot of times the man in the relationship doesn't even know that appointment is set.
Exactly. It's like, that's the
they
crazy
just,
part about
okay, I know I have to go to work on this day, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like,
and again, I've worked, so it's not about
doesn't get
job or no job.
Exactly. Well, no. I would not consider any of what you do no job. Like,
right. Thank you. But I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Like, I say, like, even when I say to people, like, when I'm talking about our podcast, I'm like, oh yeah, my co-host, like, she calls herself a stay-at-home mom, right? But she has like 37 jobs. So like, I'm like,
I wear like many hats.
You wear so many hats, and it's just like one of those things. Like, it's not like, it doesn't feel like it's appreciated when it is done, but it's definitely noticed when it's not done. You're gonna notice when you don't have any clean underwear, or like when we don't have
100%,
or like, oh, we're out of toilet paper. You didn't notice until we ran out.
Right.
I
always notice.
It's on the way. It's already been delivered.
100%.
So, like,
it's always noticed.
Exactly.
But do you notice when it got replaced before it ran out? No, you don't.
You didn't.
No, you don't. Do you notice there's always toilet paper? Or there's one day we ran out because I said, oh, I'll place the order later, and then I got too late to place it, or I'll run and grab it, but something happened. But there's like an hour without it, or like overnight without it.
Right.
Sure. Every now and then, very rarely. Yeah. But do you notice that it's right? Like, things just appear. Things just appear.
Like, there was one point that I literally,
it just like, appears.
I got a specific clothing rack for specifically his work clothing, and I would keep that separate from all the other things. Right. Because in the mornings, I knew. So like, he gets flustered, and he's like, I don't know what to wear, and I'm like, all your work clothes are in one place. You're so good.
Right.
And that was like, oh, cool. Yeah, great. And then it just became not like, oh, thank you. It was like, oh, that's expectation now.
100%.
So where's all my stuff? 100%. I'm like, I gave you a place to put it. Why don't you put it there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I put out I make the coffee to set when he wakes up, put out the coffee to go mug.
Yeah.
I was putting his vitamins on top of it. Nobody puts my vitamins out. If I forget to take my vitamin, you know. Yeah. And then there was like a couple times like he didn't take it, or he took it to work, and then I said, oh, I put the vitamins out and they were still there. And he's like, oh, I still had the ones from yesterday. I didn't take them. So that happened like 3 or 4 times. So I stopped putting them out. And he's like, you didn't put my vitamins out. And I'm like,
yeah, but you weren't taking
it. I'm like, okay. So
yeah,
where's the disconnect here?
Right.
You know,
like, and it's like,
and women are not allowed to complain. I'll tell you that.
No.
And I don't like when, like I said, there's a difference between the TikTok cop wives that are complaining that their husband's out at their job. I'm not complaining about that at all.
These things are all my responsibility.
Right.
These are things that I'm responsible for. Yeah.
But we get to say, oh my gosh, look at how hard they're working. They're providers. But it's like, our job is thankless.
Exactly.
Our job is thankless as a nurturer and like literally running a household, literally running an entire household.
It's like
from top to bottom.
Necessary. Like the more success, like the most successful men, if you look who they have beside them, there is a woman.
Yeah.
And it's one woman.
Yeah.
It's not a bunch of hoes. It's not all of
No,
this
that'll
stuff.
never work.
It's never that. It's like not like a freaking polycule.
Yeah.
Like, is that what they call them now? Like, or
please
or
don't.
Like, I'm sorry.
I fucking can't.
Or like
No,
a
please, no.
throuple. Like,
Oh God, a throuple makes me so sick.
and it's like, but the thing about that is like,
No, those are all. Yeah, thank you. That's wonderful. You always make a good point. Is you see those people? Okay, they're throuples or their friend with their best friend or whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah,
and their life is always messy.
Yeah,
messy.
I'm like, you would think you
They're
have more
messy.
people. You should be able to.
They think it may not look like it on the outside. They have a company or they have this or they have that, but it's messy. It's messy. There's problems. They're never really that successful. Like, you know, they say like, oh, that's the richest guy in the world, and he's got like a solid wife and kids, or you know, whatever that looks like for you. But it's like, I don't know. I think that women are not allowed to have periods. They're not allowed to have excuses. Like, it's so weird to me that if a woman is tired, that's like not okay.
Right.
A man comes home from a long day at work and is tired, lays on the couch, and it's like, he doesn't feel guilty about that.
Right.
He doesn't feel guilty, and he shouldn't.
Right. Exactly.
But women do.
So guilty. Like, I literally this is like actually like a positive
I do
thing. Like,
all the time.
I remember that I was so like indoctrinated to believe that I could not be tired, or like if I have an off day and I wanted to just be lazy that day, like God forbid,
what?
like
Big
it was
deal.
like
One day.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember there was this time that I would like whenever my partner would come home and I'd be like, oh my God, like I didn't do anything today, and like I'm
feel
really
like a
sorry.
fucking failure.
Like, I'm so sorry. Like I really, like I just have laid in bed and like slept most of the day, blah 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 blah. And there was like at the beginning there was like this point in time where it was like they were like, hey, you know you're allowed to do that, right? Like, you know that you're allowed to rest, right?
Right. No, I don't
Like,
think we are. I don't feel like that at all.
And it doesn't feel
I
that
feel
way,
like
though.
I slept in past like 9 once. It was like 10, and he was like, "Are you alive?" And I was like, "Yes,
actually,
I'm fucking alive." Like, God, I haven't slept in like 3 days,
like,
and I was tired, and I'm like, there's a difference between habitually doing that and doing that several times a week, and then one time doing it, and feeling like the whole world is crumbling around you is fucking crazy.
And because the other part of it is like, yes, like maybe I can take a day to relax, rest.
Like, imagine a whole
there's
day.
So many things that didn't get done that fall apart, and now I'm like way behind. Like literally, like mine is like I need a vacuum so badly. I need a vacuum so bad. It's not even funny. Well, it's not as bad. I'm describing it worse than it is.
But yeah,
I've lived in a trap house.
You're
to
like,
me,
I need
it's
to
horrendous. I need a vacuum so badly. But like, it's like, I live in an apartment. Okay, so I can't vacuum super early in the morning.
Right, you're trying to be
rude,
considerate of others,
and I can't vacuum super late at night. Okay, but I work.
Right.
And I work 10, 11-hour shifts.
So you're like, let me try to schedule this in so I can feel like a good person.
Like literally, I'm not joking. I've scheduled myself to vacuum my apartment at like, cause I have like a break in between clients, and I'm like, okay, at 2:45, I have to vacuum because at 3:15 I have another appointment. Like, I'm like, what the heck am I doing?
No, that's
like,
where it is for women. Like, it really is.
And you have to really, like, it takes that
I can't
much
stress this
planning.
enough. This is not a complaining. This is not a woe is me. This is not a poor women. We're
No,
oppressed.
it's just, like,
this
the
is
reality
the reality
of
of
what it's like to be a
we
woman.
do.
Yeah.
Because men talk about all the time, well, I provide. I work hard. I work all these hours and come home, and I do this and I do that. But we're not allowed to say what we do.
Right.
I cook. I clean. And if I want to, like, not cook that day, it's like, oh, you don't want to cook? Or it's like, I have to feel like a bad person, bad wife, bad woman. Like, I don't want to make a 5-course meal and then clean it all up.
Yeah.
After I ate my cold food that everybody ate hot food.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Right. And it's
hardly any thank yous. I mean, I will say there are some, you know, bless their hearts when they're like, thank you, mama, for dinner. But a lot of times there's not like thank yous. There's not like, oh, now go clean up the whole mess that you know, they all sat down and ate and then got up and excused themselves. Right. Like, I'm left with the mess.
Right.
And then everybody's like, oh, when you're done with all that, you don't want to like hang out with us. I'm like, I want to go take a shower and go fucking go to sleep.
Like I'm
like so sorry.
Yeah,
so sorry. I don't want to stay up and watch a movie, or I don't want to do this. Like I've been doing this all day.
Yeah.
I get up and that's what starts.
Right.
And then it doesn't end.
100%. Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, well, you sat on the couch for an hour. Okay. Do you take a break at work?
Yeah. God forbid.
Do you get a lunch break? Do you get a fucking
didn't utilize
10-minute
every
break?
single minute
I'm
of my
start
day.
clocking my 10-minute breaks and my lunches.
Yeah.
Like even people at work get breaks. And even then you only work an 8-hour, 12-hour shift.
Right. Yours is 24/7, 365.
All the time.
Like you're working a job
like,
that never ends. Yeah.
Taking the kids for a couple hours doesn't even come close to the rest of the 7 days a week. Like, sorry.
Like, what, Logan's like 6? Like you might get a break for maybe like in like 20 years.
Yeah. No. The teenagers aren't any better.
Because it's like past college. I thought past college. That's why I was like, yeah, 20,
that's what I'm saying.
is
There's
like,
no like Logan's like the easiest.
He's a sweetie.
He's an angel.
He is a sweetie.
He sits there, or he doesn't ask a lot of questions. Like the older one, it's like questions and like, what's this and why are we doing this and what's that? And I'm like, oh my God.
I'm like, I actually would just love it if you just did the thing.
I can right. It's like, well, how do I do this or what? And I'm like, oh my God. Like people don't realize it. The toddler stage is not even that hard.
Mm-hmm. In comparison to.
It's not.
No, because once they hit middle school, it's like, what the fuck?
It's like they lose all common sense, how to do anything, how to work anything.
Yeah, it's like they forget. I'm like, why?
I'm like, oh my God. Like, what do you mean?
You know everything else, but you forgot how to pick up
right. You know everything though,
literally.
and can never be wrong, but can't microwave something.
No, actual. Actually funny story. I'm like so weird about microwaves. Have I ever told you that?
No.
You know I don't have a microwave, right?
My parents don't either.
I'm like
because of the
waves.
Radiation.
Yeah.
My parents don't even own a microwave.
I have an air fryer, and that question.
But you guys make me ill. Like I'd rather die of radiation. My life would be
so much easier with a microwave.
When I stayed at my parents from my surgery, I was like, I can't. They live in we're like
the olden times.
I'm in caveman days.
That's how I feel too. Like
what? Where's Daddy?
I don't actually know.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, we're almost done.
If I want to use the dice.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is a perfect example.
That's actually a perfect example.
Here, Logan. Don't knock over anything. That's actually a perfect example. Like
yeah. Like actually.
Mom, you actually got a 6 on.
Okay, Logan, get out.
Great job. But yeah, no, it's like actually. Wait, what were we just talking about? I literally just lost my train of thought.
I know this is.
But it's okay. But
that's part of it.
Being a
that's
woman.
what I'm saying.
Like,
this is part of it.
It's part of it, and it like is actually insane. But it's like, but I'm not gonna sit here and complain about this like every day. Like this is just like the reality of what it is. Like this is just real. This is reality.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just said, where are you? He's like, I'm at the studio. It's like I could never just leave ever in a million years. Ever just leave this house.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like. People would be like, where's mom? What's going on? Where is she? Like what?
Yeah, like mom. And
I'm talking about just like get up and go. Or be like, I'm going to work out right now. Like that's.
No, that's like.
What?
Like, okay, so.
I have to schedule like, oh wait, but I have to start dinner soon. And right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been a single mom too. And there is a little more freedom. I will say there is. You would think it's harder.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, I'm on my own. But it's not. It's not.
Right.
Because you're not taking care of a whole ass person and family and house.
Yeah.
And, like you're taking care of like your stuff. Like, but I mean, I had Logan with me all the time. He's like I said, he's an angel.
Yeah.
Bradley helped out.
Yeah.
So it's not hard. It wasn't hard.
Right. It was
hard when I lost a spouse overnight and had to figure out what I'm going to do. But after that passed, it's not that it's hard. So sometimes I hear these single moms and I'm like,
it's very doable. Like, it just sucks. Like it just the part that sucks about it is that while we have all these responsibilities, we also bleed every month.
So again, that's what we're talking about is the period. And we're in excruciating pain.
And then if not, like we can get off, we can stop bleeding if we take birth control. Makes my hair fall out.
I'll never take birth. I haven't taken birth control in 15 years.
I've tried multiple different times, multiple different forms of birth control.
It's horrible for
every single one
Sorry,
makes me
ladies,
gain
figure
weight,
out a different
makes
way.
my hair fall out, gives me
Be on the
literally
pill,
try
read the book.
celibacy.
Yeah. Celibacy, or if you're married and don't want to have a kid, be on the pill. There's other ways.
Yeah.
It's worked for us.
The pill is the least harmful of the ones that I've ever tried, but it just sucks because if you're not consistent with it, then it's like, it still starts to fuck you up.
Oh, I
So
can't.
you have to take it at the exact same time every day. And I'm just not
I
that
won't
kind of
take
person.
I just won't. It's like Dr. Jolene Bright wrote a book called Be on the Pill, and about what birth control does to people. It's a manufactured period. When you stop taking the placebo, like you're literally manufacturing a period. Like it's not even a real period. But that's all, you know.
Yeah, that's,
You guys figure that out yourself.
you
But
can look it up.
But menstruation is not talked about. PMDS,
PMS.
which the one where it's really bad? There's PMS, and then there's premenstrual disorder, like PMD. It's like see, like this, where it says PMS can symptoms include irritability, bloating, and fatigue. How the fuck it does? That's like the easy part.
That's like
what
that's like literally being like, oh yeah, the ocean, there's water in that.
right?
Yeah, but what about all the fucking fish? What about the octopuses? What about the lobster? What about the like
That's a problem. Like if I'm gonna
the
look
coral?
at PMDD. I
PMDD.
found it. Premenstrual dysphoric disorder, a severe form of PMS that can impact significantly daily life. So it says, while many individuals experience mild PMS symptoms, PMDD affects a smaller percentage with intense emotional and physical symptoms that can disrupt work, school, and relationships.
Yeah.
So clearly, obviously with me with PCOS, I have PMDD like bad, and you I think do have more of like a PMDD if you're affected that badly, even though your period's shorter. But that is not talked about enough. It says it's characterized by intense mood swings, depression, anxiety, irritability, interpersonal conflict, severe fatigue, sleep disturbances, physical pain, more than just PMS, emotional, physical, and behavioral. Oh, that's me. Oh, I for sure.
Like,
and people with PMDD, I think that's like, I mean, that's hard.
Right.
That's hard to
It's
deal with
very
every
difficult.
month.
Every month. And it's like, I'm not like if I could not, I wouldn't. Like, that's the thing. I would never choose this. Like, I would never choose
it's not choosable.
Like,
it's like,
if you want to call it irrational, if you want to call it like whatever the fuck you want to call it, I would never
like,
choose
this is
to be
a
that
very
way.
real thing.
Something that I very much take a lot of like pride, and maybe pride's not even the right word, but I am proud of it, is the fact that like, not that I can like control my emotions, it's that I allow myself to actually like process my emotions.
Right.
I generally stay calm, cool, and collected even in crazy situations, and that's because like I'm like, okay, like I got this, like, and it's not even like the trauma response kind of thing. It's like that I've worked very, very, very hard. I am a former crash out.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I've
I
worked
still crash
so
out.
hard. Yeah. I mean, me too sometimes, but it's like, it used to be so much worse. Like, I've done a lot of like meditation, a lot of praying, a lot of like, you know, even like fasting, and just like really just like trying to figure out like how. And so I have like been able to like kind of like woo-saw out.
Right.
Like, one of my favorite things is like, I'm peaceful now.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is. I generally try to be
But
peaceful
with
as a person.
PMDD, it's like,
But
it's like all that goes out the window.
Yeah.
So ladies, if you have PMDD or severe PMS, like, you're not alone, and don't feel so ashamed. Like, there's this shame that comes with it. It's like,
And there shouldn't be.
God, like, she's just,
Oh
but
my God, she's
PMDD is a
PMSing.
real thing.
It's real.
It's a real disorder that causes severe pain, like we just said, mood swings.
Right.
It causes all those things that can disrupt work, relationships, and school. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And we're not allowed to feel that or have that.
Right.
Because
Without
again,
being seen
you can't
as,
just
like,
stop being a mom. You can't stop being like you said, even with cats or animals, like, you can't just, sorry,
can't
I
just
don't
be like,
feel
I'm
good
not gonna
today.
feed you
You're
guys
not
today.
eating, and I'm not going to work, and my house is
can't.
going to fall apart. Like,
It can't, because like when it does, then guess what? Then that's going to trigger something else. And
Then
that's
what?
a
The next day you
depressive
still have to deal
episode.
with it. Yeah.
Exactly. And now not only am I having these like PMDD symptoms, now I'm having depression symptoms. Now I'm anxious because I'm depressed.
Which are
and I'm
more
like,
symptoms. It just exacerbates the symptoms you already had.
like over and over. And
Yeah.
it's like, and I have like, I'm unofficially diagnosed, but like I've had several counselors, therapists, like lots of people say, hey baby girl, I I think you might be bipolar.
Really?
And, yes. And that's why I say I'm a former crash out. Like, it's like but I don't like to take medicine. I have pill phobia. It's like this whole thing.
Yeah.
But like, it took so much like inner work to be able to like, and so like when it comes around to my that time of the month, like I literally, it's like a hairpin trigger. Like it's not like I try my best to keep my finger off that trigger all the time, but like if even a little gust of wind hits that,
for sure. Like I said, I was taking a nap earlier, and one of the kids like slammed the gates like twice that are on the stairs, and like was eating a bag of chips in the kitchen and just stood there eating them. Like I felt like I could melt into the couch and explode into a million pieces.
Exactly. And that's not even to include the fact that like I have major sensory
I'm also
issues.
in severe pain. Yeah.
I just like sounds like I'm like,
but what does a man say when something like that were to happen? It's like,
oh, you're making a big deal. Like it's not that big of a deal. Like, oh my gosh.
Or, oh, well, you have kids, or, oh, you have cats, or, oh, you have this, or, oh, you have this. Like, well, you're a cat mom, or you're a mom. Like, and it's like, okay, whatever. So then that's invalid.
Yeah.
That I was upset or frustrated in that moment.
Yeah. Because it's my job to be this way.
Right.
No, it's not my job to be this way.
It's like so invalidating.
Like I've taken on this role.
Is that a word?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, invalidating is a word.
It sounded weird. It felt weird.
It did. Like I could see the second you said it, you were like, question mark.
I was like, that sounded
invalidating. Yeah, that's a word. It's for real.
It sounds okay when you say it, but it felt weird.
Yeah, but it is appropriate also to say like it really just takes away like everything that like you like work really hard for, and it makes it seem like, oh well, I guess you didn't like actually, no, you're just like exaggerating, or you're just like this or that, like you're just lazy, like you don't want to do this, like that's what it is. And I'm like,
it's weird
if this was laziness, I swear.
Oh, dude.
Because like sometimes my pain gets so bad. Yeah. Like, no, your house. No, literally, guys. Anytime that Heather is saying like, "Oh, my house is so dirty. My house is so messy." Be so fucking pro. Like, no, I'm like,
I even know it's not. People come in and they're
I would eat off your floor.
Right.
Like, I would. You could drop it.
Let me tell you something.
Pudding on your floor, and I would eat it.
Like if my husband's not here all day, or kid, like they don't understand what it takes to make that like that with 6 people in a house. It is not an easy fucking task.
No, not at all.
And so that's another thing. Like they don't see it, like you said, when they're just toilet paper appears, or paper towels appear, or the dishes disappear, or the floor is clean magically, and then I get upset when people take off their shoes and leave grass all over the front of the fucking door. I'm like,
wait, have you seen that video? Okay, like it's like this guy. Okay, it's really funny. So it's this couple, and they live in an apartment together, right?
Okay.
And so this girl, she's like, oh my god, like I just have so many things to do. Like I have to do the laundry, I have to do this, blah, 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 whatever. And the guy was like, no, babe, like listen, look, like I think there's a ghost here. He's like, cause like I'm gonna show you. Like I swear to God, this works every time. He was like, I'm not joking. So he's like, he grabs the laundry, he puts it in a basket, he sets it on the washing machine, and he goes, just wait,
the laundry gets done.
It gets done.
Is that crazy?
And she's like,
that's literally me. My eye like twitched.
And he's like, it just always gets done. He's like, I never look at it, and then it just gets done. Like everything just gets done. Like it's crazy. Like I just don't know how it happens. And then she's like, I fucking do it.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
Do the laundry when you just throw it on the ground right there.
Like you said, it'll be noticed.
Right.
If there's no underwear.
He literally was like, it's socks. A ghost. He's like, a ghost just folds my clothes for me. I've never seen it done before. And she's like, yeah, like, it's fucking me. Yeah. Like, I do it. Like, it's not a magic trick. Like, I do this when you're not here.
Like, I don't think people even realize, like, let's say the dining room table, like eating dinner crumbs, sauce spills, like, that alone, like, they just probably see the tables clean.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
they don't
just
notice
wiping down the counters. Like, do they think that the counters just stay clean?
Right.
Always? Exactly. They're not. Like somebody makes a bagel and it's like as if they took the bagel and like rubbed it together. They cut it in half and rubbed it together like this and like went around the whole counter. Yeah. Because I'm like, what the fuck? Like I don't understand how this is even possible.
It's like you just made toast to crunch it up.
Yeah. Like, did you just literally like go like this in between your fingers and put it all over the fucking counter?
Yeah.
And then wait for me to clean it?
Yeah.
That's like, something I'm big on with my kids. I'm like, if you leaving there something right there directly pisses me off because you directly think that I am going to pick that up.
Right. Yeah.
Like you're like, it'll get done.
It'll get done.
So
by
no.
who?
Yeah. Right.
If you had to guess, one guess, who is it? Like,
but periods suck. I think we should do the can't speak next time.
what
Like
do
you
mean?
can't say well, I don't speak. That we can't like the
Everything that we can't talk
you
about.
can't
right
talk
now.
about shit.
No, you can't talk about shit.
I think
right
we
now.
should do that next time.
Yeah, I do too.
Because I feel like that's a whole like
it's a whole episode
whole
on its own.
thing.
Like, so just get ready,
gist.
guys. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like there's so many things that like people are so afraid to say.
What?
Like everything. No, sorry, I just was looking.
Oh, I got scared. I thought you saw something.
No, I didn't. I think it's my hair. I saw like, and then I was like,
I was like,
no, there's not a bug. I
Okay.
promise. I promise. I know you're afraid of little boobs.
we get delusional towards the end.
Yeah.
No, but
because it's like
you were saying like you can't say any
like
like
you really can't say anything about anything like
about and not even about politics because we don't even try to go there.
Oh
and
my
if
God,
we talk about
we
something,
can't
like,
go there.
Like if we
We,
even
like-
say like, I mean, my husband's
somebody
a
would come and
cop.
shoot us at our house. Like that. What do
Yeah.
you mean? Like that's the
Like
state of the world.
My
And, like,
husband's a cop, and we say we back the blue, and we were like attacked from all ends, and it's
yeah.
like my husband's a cop. What do you think I'm going to say? Fuck cops.
Well, actually, can I tell you
Like,
something funny about the
fucking
back the blue
idiots.
thing? When I was 21 years old, that's when when this like first started. Like, it was before the like BLM, like all of that kind of stuff, where it like really exacerbated,
Yeah.
like fuck the police, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Okay, so the police were getting a lot of like backlash for God knows what,
Breathing.
everything for existing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to set up like a community prayer
Right.
thing. So, and I was not having it like one way or another.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be like a
Like
specific
political.
back the blue
Yeah.
rally or anything like that, right? But what happened was I'm 21 years old. They put in the newspaper, local high school teen sets up back the blue rally for public blah blah blah. Literally at the this was like after that they had posted it after.
Yeah.
So I did the whole thing. I reached out to my network of people. I said, hey, I want to do like a collective community prayer
Yeah.
thing where we all come together. I want to be able to pray for everybody. And I used to do stuff like I have a little bit of fear of public speaking, but
Yeah.
I will pray for anybody. Like that doesn't intimidate me as much. Like, I don't know what I'm going to say before I say it,
Right.
but I'm going to go in and do it. And it was hilarious because the part of it, like the news people came and I'm like, I'm 21. First of all, I'm not in high school.
Yeah.
Second of all,
Again,
I'm
don't
like, I'm an
believe
adult woman.
Don't believe headlines.
No, I was like, I'm an adult woman. And they, at the end, like, I took a photo with the police officers because they were
Yeah.
like, thank you for like praying over everyone and like, really bringing the community together in this time of like where everybody's like really just
Yeah.
whatever. And I took a photo with multiple police officers.
Yeah.
The police officer that was standing right next to me happened to be black. Tell me why they cropped all the rest of the police officers out
Oh my God.
of the photo, and it was just like local high school teen supports back the blue rally, and it was just a photo of me and a black police officer. And I was like, why did you guys first of all, I didn't say any of that shit. If you listen to any of the things I said, not that I don't support, it's
Yeah.
that I was like, this is like a community coming together. I don't want to make it political.
Right.
And people just find a way to make things political.
We could literally
And I
say
was like-
we could literally say the statement, this is not political, and they will be like, but because people
But because
want
you
to
said
show their side, they want
Yeah.
you to say, but I agree with this side, one way or the other.
Right.
So
And I'm like,
they
I-
can't
listen,
function until you say that.
I'm not agreeable.
So
Like-
yeah, like we're not going to
agree.
tell
Like-
you, we're not going to talk about it, and
Right.
we don't have to.
Right, exactly. And to be clear, I do support police officers.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
think-
I'm talking
I
about just
think that's-
politics.
yeah.
I'm talking about like left versus right versus left.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I support-
we all know where I stand, but it doesn't matter. I don't care where you stand, and I'm not going to
Yeah.
try to change your mind, and I don't
Right,
need you
and
to
it
try to
doesn't-
change
it doesn't
mine.
matter because everybody's like human people. And
That's
it's
like what America's about.
100%
Is literally being able to fucking believe what you want.
together. Like you can believe whatever you want. Like literally, like if I want to believe that there's a freaking spaghetti monster in the sky that like
Right.
rains down meatball blessings, like I can fucking do that if I want. I don't. 'Cause
Right.
that would be silly.
Even though we're against
me.
OnlyFans, it's
that's what you
allowed.
wanna do,
You can
you can
it.
do it.
We're
Like-
not saying you can't.
right. I just want people to know what they're getting into.
Right.
That's it.
So-
I just want you to know what you're
But
getting
we're
into
not
when
saying
do
you
something
can't
like
do
that.
it.
Right, exactly.
We're
And
not
it's
saying
like-
we agree with it. or that you should do
Exactly.
it, but it's not that you can't.
Right.
Like there's a difference there. There's a difference.
Right.
Don't tell me I can't think something. Don't tell me. And so again, we're going to do a whole episode on how
Like,
there's literally no winning in what you say. You can even say, I'm being objective. I understand both sides. And one side's going to be like, no, you need to only understand my side.
Right.
And the other
if
side's
you
going to be like, no, you
choose
only
your
need to
part of the
understand my side. You
problem-
can't understand both sides.
Exactly. And I'm like literally here to tell my friends on a regular basis. I say two things. I say, who do you know in your personal life that's experiencing something like that? You don't know anyone? Do you think maybe it might be internet propaganda?
Right.
Just curious.
Right.
If you don't know anyone in your personal life that is like going through something like this, there's no need for you to be outraged over it.
There's a, oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to note this for our next one.
Yeah.
Stay tuned because I have.
No, actual. Stay actual tuned. I love the writing. I should bring a little notebook so that I can
I'm
write.
taking my notes. We'll talk about it next time. So, you know, you guys can, because if we talk about everything in one thing, I mean, if you stick with
This
us
has been
again
a
through
lot.
hour and a half, like,
then thank you so much.
praise be to you because,
Actually, exactly. And I would love for you guys
although
to
I
start,
could,
like-
I would listen to us for 5 hours. I can talk for 5 hours.
Me too. I could for 5 hours
just
straight.
saying.
I could. Like, it's like, like it's like it's like I can't sleep with 1,000 men in an hour, but you know what I can do? Or I can't sleep with 1,000 men in 24 hours.
Sleep with 1,000 men.
I can yap for 24 hours.
Oh, 100%.
Straight.
My
Give me a
punani
couple
would be
Red Bulls.
my.
What do you mean?
I would never do it, and I'm not.
I
I'm
don't
like
think-
my husband probably what the
No,
fuck.
I'm.
But I don't think
that
my
scares me.
A could handle it. It'd be like
Yeah, it actually couldn't.
a swollen
No, I'm actually
mess.
100% sure that's
No.
not possible for me.
No, I can 100%.
I'm 100% sure. Like, I'm like, no. Because
Like-
there's this thing that happens when you do celibacy, right? And like nobody touches you at all.
Yeah, I did it for 2 years.
Yeah, and then like
Or
when
a
you,
year and a
when
half.
you like decide, oh
like,
yeah, I'm gonna let somebody
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
first time, it's like,
yeah,
no,
Yeah.
wait, hold on.
yeah.
Anyways, but yeah,
My husband, sometimes I'm like, slow it down. Take it
Calm
down a
down,
notch.
buddy.
Take it down a notch.
whoa, boy, whoa,
He's-
slow down. No, sorry.
I mean, he probably wouldn't be upset that I said this, but he's no.
I know what you're gonna say. It's like, I can't stop laughing.
He's not small. It's not. It's true. It's a true story.
I'm
It's real
laughing
life.
and crying because why would you say that? Like,
He's saying, "Oh my god," he said it. He's said it publicly before. Like somebody's like, "She's way too hot for you," and he was like, "I have a big hog." And then one time, we're at this event he put on, this like big concert, and his friend is like, they're doing like, you know how sometimes guys in pictures they like do the prom hold or want something, and one of his friends like reaches over and like goes to grab his like crotch outside of the pants, of course,
Yeah.
no eye contact made. But
and they also said no homo before it happened.
they also said no homo before it happened.
Yeah.
He was like, whoa. He was like, wait, what? And I was like, I know, right?
That's so
And he
funny.
was like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, bro. I think we should end here. Thank you.
On that note,
Yeah.
they call him, what do they call him on Antihero?
I don't know.
Tyler Girth?
I'm so traumatized.
And you have to see him.
No, that's literally.
And he likes to walk around in gym shorts that do no good for him. I'm like, you need to wear like a cup.
This is how I will be walking into your home from this point forward.
Like your underwear
Exactly
are not
like this.
containing
I'm just gonna
that.
take off
It's
my
like-
glasses until we get here.
I'm not kidding. Like he can't wear gray pants.
Dang, that's crazy. Good for you. Good for you.
No,
I'm so happy.
it is good, but also I'm like,
happy for you.
I can't walk the next day.
I'm so glad.
I love that for you.
Love that for you. I'm so glad that happened.
I'm just saying.
for
I
you.
think they do. They call him like Tyler. I think they do call
That's
him
actually
Girth.
so funny.
Something. I don't know where that came
So
from.
funny. Yeah. So, don't forget to like, subscribe.
You're like,
No.
I'm gonna go die now.
I'm gonna go,
You're like, I feel like
literally,
somebody's talking about my dad's like.
That's exactly what it feels like. I feel it definitely feels like my mom and dad are talking about sex.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm like,
yeah. You're like,
no, I
yeah.
can't handle this.
I know. It's rough. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Had to be said. Had to be done.
Yeah. You guys don't have to exist.
In
Tessa
the
real
has
world
to see
here.
him.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're like I'm only gonna look directly at his eyes. I'm telling you, where's these basketball shorts? I'm like, homie.
Oh my god.
I'm like, I could literally see the outline. Like, go put on. Like, he needs to wear a cup. Like,
Yeah.
Put on like tidy whities or something. Like
Tidy
he wears
whities is
underwear, but I'm like,
terrible.
you may as well. Like you need to put on something that
Learn to
contains
tuck.
that
No,
more.
sorry. Okay, that's like
Oh, poor Tyler. Like I said, most men are probably like, I would love my wife to say that about me.
no, literally. So I guess that's great. You guys have such a healthy relationship, and it's very evident.
Yeah.
You're very
I hated him today.
Healthy.
PMDD, like I said.
Oh, yeah.
PMDD despised. I really, truly could have left this house and just kept walking. Just kept walking, see where the road took me. The wind blew me.
Yeah, 100%. I feel that sometimes. But yeah, so I think that's a good place to end.
That's a good place to end.
I think we got
Tyler's girth
silly.
and
and such a crazy sentence.
Such
Sorry,
a
I couldn't even say it. I'm
length girth. It's
like, what she said. That's what she said.
it's not too.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
It's not
I
one
guess
or the other too much.
Go watch
It's a good
Anti-Hero podcast if you want to know. If you want to know what Heather's talking about, tune into Anti-Hero
It's a
podcast.
good balance. What do they say?
With the Counterculture Network
Of girth and
on
length.
YouTube.
Go watch Anti-Hero. Yeah, you can learn all about. You can watch it. You can watch it. You can watch it.
Yeah,
Our
you guys
sponsors are
guess
probably
which
like,
one
we're gonna have
Tyler
to
is."
drop you now.
No, literally, they're like, we'll never. Adam and Eve is gonna reach out to us and be like, "Do you want to sell some vibrators?" Like, I'm like, oh
Hey,
my gosh.
yeah, sponsor us.
Yeah, if you want, because there's nothing wrong with that.
Is there
but that's a whole-
PMS products that want to sponsor us?
Please,
PMDD?
I would love for anyone.
Midol should sponsor us.
Midol should sponsor us. Like honestly, like I feel like I've been keeping Midol in business.
Right. We should be
Sponsor us.
sponsored by Andres because we 100%.
Yeah, we'll even start putting
I'm going to start
bottle on the
tagging
table.
them. I'm going to start tagging them and be like, you should sponsor us.
This
We
brand
literally
should sponsor
drink
us
this.
too, but I'm not going to turn it around because
We
they
drink
don't.
this every single episode.
We do.
Okay, we're starting to hiccup,
Yeah,
so
we're there. Okay. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us in this. And thanks for staying all the way to the end. Like I had to endure it, and so you guys do too. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
like
literally
actually comment, subscribe,
comment and subscribe.
watch, share it. Can you start sharing it?
No, actually, please, because like I know 15,000 of you motherfuckers watched one of our reels, and only like
There's 30,000 on one. I'm like,
no,
how about
like
you start
how about maybe like
doing
like
something
them?
with
I don't
it?
know. We're having like 30 likes and like I don't know, like 1 million fucking impressions. Like, are you impressed? Then like
Right.
it.
If you don't,
Easy.
then tell us you don't. Even more engagement. Perfect.
Exactly.
I'm into it.
All right, but that's it. I guess we'll talk to you guys next time. Okay, bye.
Bye.
I'm like, how do I even end that? Like, bro, thank God Tyler's at the studio, so I don't have to look at him.
That was the
before
best thing
leave.
I ever
I'm like,
experienced.
Oh my God, I can't.
In the shadows, I found my light. In the chaos, I found my